Example 1 says, determine which equations correspond to the graphs given below. So we have graph 1, graph 2, graph 3, and graph 4. And then we have letter A, which is f of x equals 4x. B, which is f of x equals negative 4x. C, which is f of x equals 1/4 x. And D, which is negative 1/4 x, or 1/4 to the x. So I'm going to look at letter A first. And letter A is a positive whole number that's greater than 1. And all of those start small, and grow rapidly. Okay, so I'm going to look for one that looks like that. And I see it right here in graph number 3. It grows small, or it starts small and grows rapidly. So graph 3 is letter A. Now for letter B, which is f of x equals negative 4 to the x, we're going to just reflect graph A over the x-axis. So we're just going to reflect it over that. So it's going to look something like this. And then go down. Okay, because we're just making it negative, just flips it over the x-axis. So I'm going to look for one that looks like that, and I see that over here in graph 4, and that's D. C is f of x equals 1/4 to the x. That is almost like the letter A, except it's reflected over the y-axis in a sense. So it's going to be let me say this. When this number is less than 1, and 1/4 is 0.25, so it is less than 1, it's going to be decreasing. So it's going to start big and then get really small. So the one that looks like that is graph 1. So that is letter C. Sorry, I drew a D on here. It should be a B. This one's graph C. And then again, when we make it negative, we're just reflecting it over that x-axis. So now it looks like this for letter D, because it's a negative 1/4. And that is graph 2, which is D. So if you can look at this and kind of see the differences when there's a negative or a positive or a fraction, it's really going to help you on the rest of these problems. So maybe take a picture with your phone. That would be super helpful. And then down here it says, what is the range of the functions shown in the graph? So range is, where does my function fall on this y-axis? And it looks like it goes down, right? It's going down all the way down here to negative infinity. And how far up does it go? It looks like it goes up until about right here. And that number is at 5. So my range, where the function or what y values my function touches, is all the way from negative infinity. All those negative numbers it will touch. Say y. And then it goes all the way up to 5. But it doesn't touch any of the numbers bigger than 5, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100. So it's only from negative infinity to positive 5. But range, it talks about our y values. So if it asks you about domain, that would be talking about our x values. This one's asking about the range. It's y. I'll make this smaller so you can see all of it, or as much of all of it as you can.